Guys, today's video is all about fall makeup and really just kind of my take on it, and it's really kind of like a trend thing. There's really nothing that says this is how fall makeup is going to be, but just by looking at different collections that are coming out and things that I've read and just all kinds of stuff like that, this is kind of my take on it. It's more dramatic, obviously. These are much darker lips than I would normally wear. I'm going to kind of show you how I did the lips and everything. Also, an alternative that I would probably be more likely to wear, like with a more wearable lip combo thing. Using a really awesome product that I am totally hooked on again, that I used to love a long time ago. So the eyes are very gray, no frost or shimmer or anything like that, just very matte colors. I'll show you how I did my cheeks and my lips. The eyes also kind of have a pop of purple in a subtle way, but that's still noticeable, if that makes sense. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you want to see how to do it, keep watching. I hate saying that. I say that every time. I'm just going to stare at you and fade into the video. Alright, so first to get started, I know I've repeated myself a million times with this stuff, but the Benefit FYI is really good, in case you didn't catch that before. Since that doesn't really do much to even out the appearance of my lid, if you want to like cover up any little veins or like any discoloration, use a different product. Let it sit for a little bit. Probably didn't give that first stuff enough time to sit, but you can use another product. This is MAC Paint Pot and Painterly. It really matches my skin on my eyelid exactly. I just use that to make a really even canvas to start. Start with a really kind of like a medium gray, medium to light gray. This is called Copper Plate, and I'm going to use that on a large brush. This is a MAC 252, and I'm just using a large brush because it covers the area much quicker. And I just want this on my lid. You don't have to be too careful about the placement, so just kind of pat it and go into the crease slightly. Alright, then you're going to take a crease brush. I'm going to use a 217. It's a little more precise, but it's also going to get a wide area, if that makes sense. I'm going to use Scene, which is kind of a purpley gray. If you don't have that color, don't worry. Just use the same color that you used on your lid. And I'm just going to kind of smooth out that shape with this shade and use it to kind of blend upward and kind of extend that color a little bit. And we're also going to take it inward a little bit more. You don't want to apply, well, I say this, like, for me, I kind of have a narrow area right here. So if I apply too much dark right here, it's going to make my eyes look more sunk in, and it's going to make them look a little too close together. That's why I always emphasize this outer edge. But I can do it as long as I stick it up, you know, stick the color a little further up. If I applied it too far down like that and applied the color too concentrated, then it would have that kind of freaky effect. But some people that have a wider area right here, or if your eyes are further apart, that's kind of a good trick to bring them together a little bit. Alright, now for the darker color, I'm going to use Typographic, or yeah, wasn't sure if that's what it was called. It's right there. It's a really dark gray, and I'm just going to get that on the very tip of the brush that I just used, and I'm just going to pat it into that outer V. We can be more precise later, but we're just kind of putting the color down right now. All in that outer area, just patting the color. And then when you get most of it off the brush, you're just going to start going back and forth and kind of blending it in small circles. Now you can get a little more precise with that. What is my camera doing? Here we go. Hi. You can get a little bit more precise with that outer edge by using a more precise brush. Use that same color and just kind of go over it in that outer V area and kind of darken it a little. If you don't want such an intense look, then you may want to skip this step. Alright, then for this area right here where that dark meets the light, I'm going to take soft brown right here. You may have seen me do this before. I don't think I've done this in a video in a long time. And with a blending brush, just a fluffy brush of any kind, you can apply that. If it goes up to your eyebrow, don't worry about it because we have not applied our highlight shade yet, and it will fix that. Okay, then I'm going to apply my highlight shade. I don't want to put any frost on my eye, or really any satiny colors either. I'm going to take gesso, which is a matte white, apply it with a brush to the area right in between that soft brown and your eyebrow. For a little more definition, you can take that dark typographic color and apply that right underneath this outer edge of your lower lash line. Now, eyeliner is pretty simple. I'm just going to take an angled brush like a MAC 208, my favorite for using with any kind of eyeliner. And I'm going to take Black Tide, which is right here. It's kind of that shimmery black. It's not going to come off as black as Carbon, which I like because I'm keeping this kind of soft. And just follow your lash line and apply it just like you would an eyeliner. It's just going to have a much softer effect. And this next step is totally optional. If you want just a little bit of color on this lower lash line, you don't have to line your waterline or anything. I'm using this color. It's called Iris Eyes. It's a fluid line by MAC, and it's old. I mean, it's really discontinued. I think it's been gone for a really long time. But just anything that's purple, anything that's bright, and just apply that to this middle part, right below where the iris, yeah, that's the word, color part of your eye is. It just creates a really pretty effect. So you don't have to have this exact product, just anything that's purple. And then for my mascara, I'm going to also use a purple mascara. This is the Givenchy Eye Fly mascara, and it's called Fly in Violet, and it's very pretty. And for the sake of time, I'm not going to show me like completely applying it, but when I come back, I'm going to show you what I used on the rest of my face. So what I'm going to do for my cheeks, I don't really want to do anything that's like super dark or anything like that. It would be kind of too much with all this. If I can find it, I'm going to apply a matte colored blush, and this is Blush Baby. Hello. And it's kind of like a natural plum. I'm just going to kind of tap it from my apples of my cheeks back. And then if you want kind of a brighter effect, take a really hot pink blush like, well, this is Pink Swoon. It's not the brightest hot pink, but it's, or not the darkest hot pink, but it is a bright pink. That looks good on my skin tone. And put it just right on the apples. And that creates a pretty effect. Now for your lips, I used the Clinique Black Honey. This is something that I used in high school and went through tubes of and loved it. It looks really dark, but when you apply it, it makes like just the prettiest stain, and it's perfect for fall or any time of year really, but I really, really love it for fall. Now, if you want to get crazy and you want to do something a little bit darker, I know that MAC has come out and all these brands have come out with all these really dark lip colors for fall, but MAC has always had a great one in the permanent line, and it's called Cyber, and it looks really crazy and dark. It's kind of a really dark blackened like purple. In some lights it looks brown, I don't know, but it's really dark. You can apply this and I wasn't sure if I was recording. You can apply this very, very thick and have it look crazy insane. Or what I like to do is just kind of use it with a lip brush and kind of just pop it on. I'm using it over the Black Honey. Alright, so we are very dark and purple and this isn't something that I would wear all the time, and don't be fooled and think, oh, this is just the perfect color I can just take out of my purse and apply. No, I mean, it's like really dark if you apply it straight from the tube. Like, this is sheer. I know. This color you can make look 100 different ways. If you want it to look more brown, because like I said, it is very purple, then fill your lips in with a brownish lip liner, then apply it. If you want it to look more berry or burgundy, just fill your lips in with a red lip pencil, or even like one that is a little more pink or a little more wine. I don't know, if you wanted it very dark. And then it would look like that. So it's a very cool lipstick. It's very versatile. If you're curious about the lip brush I use, it's the MAC 316. It's the one that has the little, you know, You get it. Alright, so hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye.